What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Athletic Lounge. I am Mike.
And I'm Josh.
So, we have had a lot of time for the free agency to simmer down now.
Yeah, lots of craziness.
A lot of fucking craziness. And I think the first one we should talk about, is the Bills.
The Bills getting absolutely.
As
you wanted. I feel like you said this.
I feel like I did say Diggs was going to go.
Just blow them up.
Yep.
And this is
and
what
this
they've
is
done.
exactly what they've done. And you know what's funny, though, is he's still, on contract for, some time now. And it's funny because you look at it as, what did they really get back for Diggs? They got a pick next year they got fucking fleeced. And I feel like it's been the free agency fleecing of the years. I mean, like, you see a lot of these teams that got really cooked. I mean, like, for example, Diggs was one of them. I want to say the Fields one I thought was kind of...
Yeah, Fields was another
was a little one, which I think Fields is still a top-tier franchise quarterback on a team that can help him.
I would have much rather them go the opposite route of them trading the pick. I would have rather that. Trade for, get their line refurbished, get other stuff. You can get, for a first-round pick, you can get a lot of other picks.
Yeah.
Especially with, Caleb Williams coming in.
Yeah, and it seems like it's getting more and more clear that is the move that they're going to end up making. Is
now they have to.
I mean, he's definitely the best QB in the draft, and I think that you have a lot of teams that I feel like have built a good base, and especially the Commanders too. I feel like they've built a good base. That they have this second or third overall pick now. They come in, they draft a franchise QB possibly, and they're all set. They got nice pickups in Eckler. They have nice pickups in. Who else did they get over there?
And Eckler can really make a good quarterback because all you have to do is dump it down to him and he'll get you your yards.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he can stay healthy, that's been the problem with Eckler.
That's why I love Eckler.
Yeah, so do I. But he's just like it's always a. And they got Crowder, they got Ertz.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Then they got Wagner on the defensive end.
It seems like they're pushing for like a lot of old people.
A lot of vet guys.
A lot of vets coming in, maybe trying to whip up the young guys a little bit.
I mean, and like I said, the Commanders, I think. Are definitely on the up and up. Like I said, the GM that I know, or not know him personally, but friend, my neighbor, we got in the whole thing last time. But he, ended up was at the Niners, basically brought the Niners to what they are to this point.
Yeah,
and now he's over at the Commanders, going to fix them up now. So, I definitely give, he's a phenomenal. He was phenomenal at all aspects of his job over in San Francisco. And I think he's only going to...
like he's doing a great job.
And I think he's going to continue to do a great job.
It's a slow and steady pace.
Yeah,
you're not going to get it this year.
It's crazy to see where he came from. He was doing scouting. And now he's the GM of the Commanders now. It's just crazy.
That's the best thing about scouting. You learn good talent.
That's true. Yeah, and he basically got helped get McCaffrey for nothing from the Niners. They basically, Panthers got fucking fleeced everywhere.
That's the thing.
Like, I don't know how that happened.
I think it's because, the player does have a lot of power when it comes to if they don't want to play for the team, they don't have to,
Which is kind of crazy.
Because they are under contract, and you think about it. I don't know. I don't know how the contract is set up, but it seems like if you're under contract, you should have to show up.
Yeah, but like I just find it crazy that like I get that you want the players to be able to, perform at their level that they want to perform at, but at the same time, I mean, like you sign a contract, you can't just say, I'm not going to show up to training camp.
Yeah. I don't like
either trade
team,
me
this
or
person, this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's
a lot of whining and complaining. To me.
Yeah,
I don't like.
And I think it's silly. I honestly think it's silly because. You're getting paid millions of dollars, dude. Show up to training camp, try your hardest, and work. Try. It's the whole you can use one thing to request a trade, but to not show up and cause a dysfunction in the locker room, it's a whole fucking.
It's horrible.
It's a whole thing.
Because again, why would another team want that? Because then they think, once you're done with us, you're just going to do the same thing, cause problems for us, and we're going to have to do the same thing.
Exactly. And now it's just like, where do the Bills go now? They signed Curtis Samuel. Which, he's okay. I mean, I think that it's not, obviously doesn't fill the gap that, you lost with Diggs.
I think they'll wait for the Commanders to be like the 49ers, have your homeboy go to the Bills, and then they'll get their point across.
Who?
The guy we were just talking about, your friend, the GM.
Oh, yeah. I mean, It's crazy because like, I have family in Buffalo, cousins in Buffalo, diehard Bills fans.
Oh God,
They're going in the snow. They're going to see
yeah.
games in the like
shoveling the snow out of it.
They're real Buffalo Bills fans, and they're just like, what are we doing right now? Like, you just got rid of our one receiver for nothing, and what do we have to show for it? Like, we have a pick next year. Like, what do we do this year? Is this year a wash for the Bills? Like, is it like a all right?
I
Let's
guess wash, get another pick, get another. Hopefully, this is another good draft.
I don't know. Like, that just confuses me. Like, and I read somewhere that there was a drift in chemistry between Josh Allen and Diggs during, midway through the season, for the beginning of the season.
That,
But I don't see Curtis Samuel really filling that role of Diggs, obviously. Maybe they find a little diamond in the rough in the draft this year, but I mean, it's disappointing to see from the Bills' perspective because they were right there. Like, it's not like they were
to be Super Bowl contenders to now
to nothing. Yeah. You're probably
to complete rebuild mode.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And now the real question is Josh Allen cool with going into this rebuild mode? Like, is he just like, all right, whatever, that's fine with me, I don't care? Or is he like, all right, now I need to start figuring out what's going on?
Look at the Chiefs. Like, you would expect they lose their best receiver. They're going to have some, they're going to have some faults. But chemistry comes together. You have a great quarterback that can make things happen with good enough receivers.
So you're saying the Tyreek effect.
Exactly. Maybe take the star, the main.
You have $30 million in cap.
Exactly. You have to get it to this guy. You have to get it to this guy. You're going to hear shit from him in the locker room, this and that. You didn't give me enough touches. You didn't give me enough this or that.
No, that's a good point.
Now he can just go out there and play his game. He doesn't have to worry about it.
That's a great point. That's honestly a great point. Because maybe that is the case next year. Maybe you're right. And the Chiefs did find that diamond in the rough in Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
For sure. Which we need to, we'll get to later. I don't know if you heard about that. You heard about it?
I didn't actually.
Oh boy. Oh, it's a juicy one.
Ooh, I can't wait.
It's a juicy one.
Can't wait.
We'll get to that when we get to the Chiefs. But the Dolphins ended up re-signing Mozart. Which
good.
Yeah, he was good.
Barrios
resigned.
Acne
Acne.
A little more.
Acne, whatever that was.
Hopefully he stays healthy and you can really show him because I love that guy last.
Yeah, no, he played great until he got hurt towards towards that crazy tirade he was on, that 40 fantasy points a week. It was insane. But then I have, so they got the big ones I see jumping off the page to me here. Shaq Barrett. Good edge rusher. And I see Jordan Poyer, who I believe is from the Bills. He was a safety for the Bills. I like Jordan Poyer. I think it's a solid pickup. I mean, I know they definitely needed some help on defense. Seems like they're trying to make that happen. I could only imagine that the Dolphins have a better year this year. I hope.
Yeah, I hope that they gel more. I mean, not even that I feel like they gelled good. It's just, I feel like Tua isn't like, I don't know how to say. I don't know if it's like, I want to say like mature. But seeing him in like the Hard Knocks. Did you watch any of the Hard Knocks?
Mm-mm.
It seems like he doesn't take the job super seriously. Like it's great to have fun. I just feel like he doesn't take it seriously. Like he's like over the top joking. Like in the playoffs, like you can joke around and have fun. I understand, but to not take it as I just don't see fire in him. I don't see fire, and you need that from a quarterback. You need a leader that will take the team and whip them together and say, "Look, guys, this isn't the time to do this. We need to get our heads together and we need to win this game." And I don't see that from him.
Interesting. And it's funny because I feel like he definitely had his best season to date last year for sure.
Yeah, I feel like he had his best game was his first game. I mean, he threw like 400 yards, had a ton of touchdowns, this and that, and then you didn't.
You think it's just the not taking it serious that is kind of keeping them from going to that next level in the playoffs.
Yeah, I could see it. I that's not the only reason. I think that could be a big reason though. If he tightened it up more, I think that team could really do a lot more damage.
Now, in order to get to the Patriots, Antonio Gibson, which I think is actually a nice little move for them. He resigned 11 mil, including a 5.3 million fully guaranteed. Kendrick Bourne, which I think that's a solid little pickup there. I mean, they 3 years, 19.5, and it includes a bunch of receiving and reception incentives, which I think is great. Reception based, and
I love it too.
is contract, extra money. You catch this, you play this many. I think it's great. Austin Hooper also, he's actually Hunter Henry as well.
Didn't hear his name much last year.
Yeah, I think he was kind of fighting injuries, but yeah, it seems like the Patriots seem like they got rid of Belichick, and it seems like they're ready to kind of see if they can make. They have a decently high pick. Maybe they'll be able to. They signed Brissett. He's had some injury issues, of course, but I think that this Patriots team looks better than it did last year. That's for goddamn sure.
Anytime that you don't have Mac Jones on your team, you're looking great.
You're
You're looking a lot better than you do with.
He's actually still on the team.
Is he?
Just hasn't been traded yet.
I thought he got traded to the.
Traded?
The Packers, something like.
Maybe he did get traded. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But yeah, so now let's go to the Jets. They signed Tyrod Taylor, 2 years, 18 mil.
I can't believe they stole him from us.
I know, right?
Can't believe
Those
it.
lucky
Love it.
bastards. Mike Williams, which is the big receiver pickup there. He's going to slide him fucking gorgeously with.
Yeah, definitely got to. It was smart for the Jets to get Tyrod in case Aaron comes out.
Yeah, and fucking pulls the other one or something. Oh god, that would be awful. This is also a good one. Hassan Reddick was acquired in a trade with the Eagles for a 3rd round pick. I think that's a solid pickup there on the defense, which they had one of the best defenses in the league last year. So now get to the Ravens. Ravens made some big moves, I guess you want to say. I mean, me personally, I don't think that this helps them whatsoever. But I mean, we can argue, is that
I'm not
guy
gonna
going
argue
to
with you.
score? He's going to score. Let's go Yankees. But I don't see Derrick Henry being that big. Yeah, they're thinking that he's going to come in and produce. I just don't see him fitting into this offense where Lamar Jackson runs the ball 15 times a game. Does it help Derrick Henry stay healthy? That maybe. I mean, maybe.
See that? Yeah.
He's not getting 30 carries a game.
Yeah, but again, you also have to use Lamar. I just think that is dangerous. That is super duper scary.
Lamar running the ball.
Lamar and Derrick. I mean,
Derrick Henry, the running back running the ball.
Both. The fact that that's a read option, that you don't know who to cover. You can't cover both of them. You have to cover one because you got to come down hard on Henry and you got to go out fast with Lamar. What are you supposed to do? You got to, it's hard to. You can't commit.
See, that's the thing is where I have to disagree because. I mean, it's not like they have anyone other than their one receiver over there. I mean, they're most I want to say 80% of the time they run the fucking ball, or they throw to Flowers.
Why not get a dominant running back?
I don't know. I just don't see it working out personally. But he can't stay healthy, and maybe it works out where he stays healthier because he's not doing as much as he did with the Titans. But I just think that they've lost their big pieces
because
and the things that made them great last year and added Derrick Henry. I just don't see how you couldn't pay, instead of paying Derrick Henry, you couldn't pay Queen to stay. You couldn't keep one of your best defensive guy.
That's what brought them.
Exactly. That's what carried them halfway through the season.
Yeah, and that's tough losing two. Queen, Clowney. That's tough.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of your rush right there.
Exactly. I don't know. I think that, which, they paid 2 years, $16 million for Henry, $9 million guaranteed.
Wait, how much?
2 years, $16 million,
okay.
Has a max value of $20 million, and includes a $9 million guaranteed. You know, they picked up some defensive guys. They re-signed Justin Madabaduki. Madukes. 4 years, $98 million, $75 million guaranteed. That's good for him. Nelson Aguilar too. Extended him. Now this is the one where did I call it or did I call it?
Oh, yeah.
The Bengals.
Yeah.
Zach Moss signed $8 million, but now this is the one I want to talk about. Fucking T. Higgins.
Yeah.
What did I fucking say midway through the year when Burrow went down with an injury and it was all going to shit? They should have moved him at the deadline because now what is he worth? Nothing. He's worth a quarter of what he was worth
he has no,
at the deadline last year. So he requested a trade. Now, if I am the Giants, I'm looking at Higgins and I am looking at the Bengals and I'm saying to myself, okay, we have a nice high pick in the draft this year. Would it be nice to go and draft another QB? Absolutely. Could we possibly move picks from the year for the next year or the years prior? I think so. If fucking they're giving 3rd round picks and 2nd round picks for guys who
yeah
are like, you know, granted some of these guys, you know, granted the field situation I guess was different. They already made their mind up. They already have a high pick, but like there should be nothing that is stopping the Giants from going out right now and making T. Higgins their one receiver over in New York.
Absolutely. There's literally nothing.
No reason.
That's what they need. Because then maybe Danny Dimes comes back. Maybe somebody to throw to. Maybe he'll catch it. And maybe we can get a little momentum.
Exactly. And I do think that he got franchise tagged. So, you know, it's definitely possible for them to move him. Listen, it's there. The opportunity's there, and I hope the Giants make that call. And maybe it's at the draft. Maybe it gets moved, you know, right, for picks or at the draft, which I can definitely see happening.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do something. Something's got to move around. We got to change something.
Yeah, I agree.
Our line, something needs to happen with our line because I feel like that's the main problem.
Yeah, let's not draft people for our line. Let's sign people that are developed.
Yes, they've done this.
That we know can protect the fucking quarterback.
Brittle.
Yeah, exactly. They're not brittle. They don't play 2 games and say fuck. That's it.
Yeah, I'm retiring.
Like Justin Pugh came in last year and was like, like we dug that motherfucker up from the scraps of the free agents left in the year, and he seemed to produce better than most of the people that we've signed. You know, it's like I don't know. So that's Mike Jazeski. Mike Jetsky. He's the guy from the Dolphins. I want to say, right? Yeah, from the Patriots. He signed with the Bengals. I think that should be that's a nice little pickup for the Bengals. I just it remains to be seen what happens with Burrow and what happens with Higgins. I think the Browns made some nice little moves on defense. Kind of kept most of their defense. They re-signed. Oh, they got Jerry Jeudy, which is an interesting one. Traded for a 5th and a 6th round pick. This is what I'm talking about. Like Jerry Jeudy on a solid team, I think is probably a 2 receiver, maybe a 3.
Yeah.
And I really don't feel like they gave up much for him. They re-signed Winston. Winston staying. Or no, they signed. He didn't resign. And Naheem Hines. I don't know if you're familiar with Hines. He was from the Colts. He was like their. It was like a Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt type of situation over there, and they traded Hines because who's the running back for the Colts? Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor kind of came so good, and they're like, "We don't need you. We're going to send you to the Bills." They traded him to the Bills. The Bills did not use this guy. They used him as like a kick returner, like a punt returner.
Right.
But this guy is good, and I do think that he could probably benefit, especially if they use him right. Hopefully, Nick Chubb comes back in full force this year. But I do think that Hines would be a nice little receiving back.
The Browns had a team, man.
Yeah,
They really had a chance. If that team stayed healthy, they really had a chance of winning it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. Dante Foreman too signed. It's another backup back. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's my boy Justin Fields. He was acquired in exchange for a 2025 conditional day 3 pick.
What does that mean?
I'm assuming it's a pick day 3 of the draft. Like, we'll let you know what pick. We'll let you know what pick you get on day 3 of the NFL draft.
All right.
I'm 2025. So they got fucking fleeced.
Yeah.
Wilson now also signed. Now they're paying Russell Wilson fucking nothing to show up there. $2 million a year. I mean, it makes sense. You know, why not give it a shot? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You got Fields as your backup.
Exactly.
Van Jefferson also signed. Hopefully he can stay healthy and produce with the Steelers. Now, my boy Cordell Patterson, 2 years, $6 million. He's going to be running those kickoffs back. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick Queen, which is the fleece that they took from the Ravens, which
That's what
3 years, $45 million. They didn't want to pay Patrick Queen 3 years, $41 million.
Like, and to give him to the Steelers as a Raven?
Yeah.
Give him to the Steelers?
Yeah, that's
You're
a
making
good
the
point.
Steelers defense good and losing out on your... Oh, I
didn't even think about that.
Pissed if
That's
I
so
was a
fucking
Ravens
funny.
fan. I would be sick to my stomach knowing
funny.
that their defense is getting better off of our defense.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So that, they made nice fucking moves, and then they also get Dante Jackson for the 6th round pick. Which
Can never deny Tomlin, man.
yeah, I mean,
He's another one.
now here's the other big one, which I think is going, or maybe possibly early playoff team, Texans.
Oh, dude.
So you got Mixon for a 7th round pick with the Bengals. Joe Mixon, 7th round pick.
7th round. And who did the Giants just lose this year? Their best running back? Right?
Saquon.
Yeah, right? They lost the running back, right? So what do we need? A nice running back?
We couldn't give a 7th round pick
Ah,
for Joe Mixon. Noah Brown re-signed. Now the big one, Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
A 6th round and a 5th round.
What are they doing? CJ Stroud is going to have a year, baby. He's going to have a year. That's
Fucking
the
crazy,
Texans,
dude.
man. They are
Fucking
looking
crazy.
good.
At least over 40,000 passing yards.
You think? You think he'll get 4,000?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, I could see it
I
with
think so.
Stephon there, hopefully.
At least.
You know?
At least over.
That's true. He did kill it this year.
And he didn't have
He
fucking
didn't have it,
Stephon
yeah.
Diggs.
Woo.
So I think that, and they made some improvements on their defense too. You got Desmond King re-signed, Danielle Hunter, 2 years, $49 million. They made some moves. They had the space to do it. They had the cap to do it, and they did it. Now this is a good one here. Flacco signed with the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Pittman re-signed, which is great. Great locking him up. Let's see. Kenny Moore, 3 years, $30 million. Your boy Mac Jones over in Jacksonville for a 6th round pick.
Yeah, that's what it was. Mac Jones to the Jacksonville.
Crazy.
are
Gabe
they
Davis
doing?
also signed with the Jaguars. Josh Allen, edge rusher,
Yeah.
received the franchise. He's getting $24 million.
That's-
Gabe Davis, I say that right?
Yeah, you just said it.
Yeah, well, shot. 3 years, $39 million though. Tony Pollard to the Titans.
Yeah.
3 years, $24 million. And also Calvin Ridley, 4 years, $92 million. $50 million guaranteed, which is he's over fucking paid.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley is not a $92 million man. That's for
Absolutely
goddamn
not.
sure. Tony Pollard, though, I think is a great pickup for the Titans. I feel like they can
Absolutely.
use him a little better than how Dallas tried to use him last year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really feel like they got the full extent out of how to use a fucking running back.
Exactly. And the Titans do. The Titans just weren't able to use Henry because he was
It's just a shame they're going to run fucking Pollard into the ground.
right into the jar. Yep, he's going to be done in the year too.
Yeah, exactly. They made some adjustments made some improvements on defense as well. Ladarius Sneed was acquired in a trade with the Chiefs for a 2025 third-round pick, and then he later agreed to an extension, $55 million guaranteed. The Broncos have done absolutely fucking dog shit.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Broncos, let's ride. They signed Josh Reynolds 2 years, $14 million. I couldn't even tell you what team he played on, or used to play on. Could you tell me what team Josh Reynolds played on?
Josh Reynolds. I'm trying to remember who he is.
He's been in the league for 7 years.
He's a wide receiver, right? I
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know. I'm sure I know who he is. What teams has he been on?
The Rams and the Lions last year. He actually produced last year, too. 608 yards, 40 receptions, played all 17 games.
Damn. Yeah, man.
5 TDs.
Oh, yeah.
Longest reception was 33 yards.
Well,
Listen, I mean,
guy's solid. Guy is solid.
doesn't look too bad. So, yeah, it seems like maybe a nice pickup, nice little steal for them. Let's see here. Chris Jones re-signed with the Chiefs,
Which was a must, of course.
absolute fucking must.
How do you not do that?
Yeah.
Fucking most dominant. I mean, I don't know about most dominant. I mean, right now,
He's probably the best defensive linebacker, defensive
you know,
line guy. Yeah.
I don't know, because there's a
Donald's
lot of good. Yeah, but Myles Garrett, I mean, like, I mean, are we talking about, like, pass rusher? Because, you know, there's still Micah Parsons, you know, TJ.
Yeah, but still, he's probably
know?
Chris Jones is still probably one of the best.
Yeah, that's what, at his, you know, he's definitely the best defensive tackle.
Yeah,
Run stopper, definitely the best run stopper.
easily.
Yeah.
Easily. And Ladarius Sneed, too. Looks like they ended up keeping everybody. Now, this is the weird one that kind of confused me. It's funny. You can't even click on that fucking guy's name. That's so fucking funny.
Just saying how good Myles Garrett is. I still remember watching him draw a offensive delay of game because he kept going. They wanted to, you know, obviously double team him, but he kept going from left to right to left to right. So they would have to do the cadence back and forth, and he got the offense because they were like, there ain't no way that we're not double teaming this guy. He's just such an athlete.
That's funny. I never seen
He's
that.
just such an unbelievable athlete.
He's up there in age, too, I want to say, isn't he?
Really? I don't think so.
He's probably in his 30s.
He's just such
Mid-30s, maybe?
Really?
35? 34? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, 28. But still, doing
28.
that.
28? That's it?
Yeah, 28. That's I thought. Yeah, he's just a freak.
But yeah, so it seems like the Chiefs ended up keeping most of their big guys, and they signed Marquise Brown, which is interesting. You know, maybe possibly having a one receiver behind. Oh, so now Rashee Rice. You haven't seen the video. You gotta take it. So he was actually caught on a hit and run. Completely like totaled like 3 cars and ran.
He must have been drunk or something.
I just don't understand why these star receivers.
Yeah,
can't
he
just
was
stay out of
probably.
trouble.
You know, this is just. I have no idea what happened. But if I was to think, he was probably drunk. Probably hit those 3 cars. It's better to run away, not be a DUI, and just have to deal with the repercussions of a hit and run.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand. It was Flowers, now it's fucking. Now
Look,
it's Rice.
People do dumb shit, man. It
Yeah,
happens.
I guess.
People do dumb shit.
I guess.
Let them be.
Now this is the one that you told me you liked the best was Gardner Minshew with the Raiders.
I like that.
He was a dog
liked
last year.
Yeah, he was a dog.
Yeah, he was a
Did what he had to
fucking
do on the
dog.
Colts.
Yeah, he was a beast. I felt like he was probably putting up numbers mostly every other week or every week. I felt like for the Colts.
When he was there.
Especially
his
after what's his face,
Richardson?
Anthony Richardson
Yeah.
blew his arm out. So I think that's good. They got Christian Wilkins too, 4 years, $110 million, $84 million guaranteed. Nice little defensive line pickup there. Now the Chargers, rebuild mode also for the
definitely.
Chargers. You just gave
Lost
up
their
Keenan
biggest
Allen for a
unit.
bag of fucking potato chips.
I mean, especially after the year he had. I mean, Eckler was hurt. You could understand.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. But after the year Keenan had, I mean, Jesus Christ. What are you doing? Dudes I can't understand how they can. I didn't even see, Keenan having problems staying. I mean, I guess with Eckler leaving and not having.
He's battled health shit, for a while. But they signed Gus, so that's cool, I guess.
Gus
Edwards, yeah, 2 years, 6.5.
Bus.
Hayden Hurst also signed. Now the Cowboys have done absolutely fucking nothing, and it's hysterical. It's actually hysterical.
I can't even talk. What have we done?
Devin Singletary and let Charles Barkley, Saquon Barkley walk.
Yeah, let's run it up, boys. Love it.
But yeah, I mean, I think it remains to be seen what they end up doing in this draft here. I mean, I think a lot of us would want them to draft the QB, but at the same time,
we're talking about the Giants.
Yeah. At the same time, I mean, what do you do with?
No, we
Jones?
need to be. I feel like the thing is that's great about the Commanders is it looks like they're calming down and they're in a rebuild mode. Like they're chilling back. They're getting veterans to maybe help their rookies or the younger people to grow. What are we doing? Absolutely nothing. We're picking up dog shit players to release the next year, to pick up more dog shit players to release the next year. And, making...
The Singletary one didn't make any sense.
That's why I've been a full supporter
Like
of
how do you let go of Saquon and sign Singletary for $10 million less? Guaranteed. Really? Was the $10 million that necessary for you to keep?
And what are we doing with
it?
What are we doing with it? We haven't made any moves with it. It's driving me up a fucking wall.
It's insane. They got Brian Burns, who's a nice little edge rusher guy from the Panthers. They,
from the best team in the league.
Yeah, the Panthers just love giving players away too. They're just like, you want them?
Take them.
Take them. What do you want to give us?
We'll take it.
A fifth for 2030? Sure, we'll take that. Yeah, no problem. It looks like they've made some signings for the line to improve the line, so we guess it remains to be seen. Now, the Eagles, you lose the big boy.
Another.
Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, that is a heartbreaker. That's their heart. That's the heart of that team right there.
Yeah.
He's been there his whole career, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough one. That's the heart and soul of your team. Who's going to be the man pushing that tush push? He's the center of that tush push.
And hopefully he's been, training them for that,
Yeah.
They picked up Pickett for the 4th round pick.
Which is interesting.
And so they acquired in a trade Steelers along with a 4th round pick in exchange for a 3rd round and 2 7th round picks. So they also signed Saquon, 3 years, $37 million, $25 million guaranteed. Devontae Parker, 1 year deal. Landon Dickerson, another offensive guard, 4 years, $84 million. So I don't think they'll have any problem not
Look at
replacing
that.
Kelsey.
Pay your linemen. What happens? You have a very good line. Wow.
And they pick up C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who's a beast.
Oh, yeah.
3 years, $33 million, from the Lions, right? Lions. Yeah. Now the Commanders: Eckler, Crowder, Ertz,
Oh yeah, that's straight
Wagner,
rebuild mode.
Frankie Lavu, 3 years, $36 million. Dorrance Armstrong, 3 years, $45 million, edge guy. So it's like, the center, Tyler Biadasz, 3 years, $30 million. So it looks like they're paying their fucking linemen. Paying guys.
Lines. What you have to do.
The Bears now. You lose Fields, but you gain Swift, 3 years, $24 million. I like that.
Right. Yeah.
You got Keenan. He was for a 4th round pick. Fleece.
See, I would be very upset if I was Fields.
Well, it seems like they were wanting to do right by Fields. That's why they brought him to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean that is a team that is
supposedly,
also. Yeah.
You're right though. I would be too. Like, dude, you're picking this fucking great ass team now. Like,
exactly.
You couldn't do this the last fucking 3 years of my fucking career.
I would definitely be a little.
Yeah, of course. Ryan Bates, he picked up from the Bills in a trade. Matt Proyer, Gerald Everett, $12 million 2 year. Jalen Johnson re-signed to a 4 year, $76 million contract. Kevin Byard, he's a pretty good safety there. 2 years, $15 million. Now we go to the Lions. Great year last year. They re-signed Donovan Peoples-Jones. Kevin Zeitler, offensive guy. I think that I don't really know what I thought that they were missing, and as much as
I thought,
their defense was very little, lackluster. I felt towards the end of the year, but I mean, they pick up Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to make the adjustments. They pick up some linebackers, pick up a nice little edge rusher guy. So
one more receiver wouldn't kill them, but
I was thinking the same thing. Another little maybe that's who they draft.
Well, you can't be mad at a good wide receiver and a good running back.
No, absolutely not.
Gibbs is woo. I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, and and I'm pretty sure they still have Montgomery. I don't think they traded Montgomery.
Well, I hope they do because
Well, that'd be a great little piece to move for a receiver.
That's really what you have to do with running backs. Like you can't just have him be a workhorse.
Yeah,
there's no.
You're gonna fucking kill him. You're killing these fucking guys. But yeah, so I am expecting a lot from the Lions. Looks like they got some more help for Goff on the line too as well. Now the Packers. Surprising run late in the playoffs, I guess we can say, right? Yeah. They add Josh Jacobs,
which is huge.
Which is a big one. Definitely one of the, he was one of the best running backs year before last.
Yeah.
Signed him 4 years, $48 million. I think that's going to be great. I think that this Packers team is missing maybe a little fucking receiver over there.
That's it, man.
And they don't look too bad. They just signed Xavier McKinley. 4 years, $68 million. Listen, I think that the Packers are definitely a big team, and you got the Vikings making some moves. They sign Aaron Jones. I think that's a huge one.
Yeah.
Having a nice fucking
so much movement.
Yeah.
So much movement.
Especially the backs. The backs really move.
Yeah, I mean,
big team this year that I think has the potential to really be a fucking. Possibly a deep playoff team is the Falcons. Kirk Cousins, 4 years, $180 million contract that included a $50 million signing bonus. Cousins receives $100 million guaranteed, including $90 million in 2024 and 25. And another 10 in 26.
You like that?
That's
how you do it, man.
Fleece, right? That's a fleece for the fucking Kirk.
Yeah, how old is he? That's how you gotta do it.
Like, good for him. I don't think he's worth that. But
I don't know, man. He was great last.
He's won one playoff game.
Bro, it doesn't look when you're winning. That's because he gets hurt when it comes time to playoffs. And what is honestly, I feel like is the you like that?
That's Kirk.
I know it's from Kirk, but is that from his playoff win with the Redskins?
I think it was, yes.
I think it was, right?
Yeah. I don't think it was with the Vikings.
No, it definitely wasn't with the Vikings.
But yeah, so they signed him. They signed Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney, Rondell Moore. They traded for Desmond Ritter. So Ritter's gone now. So it looks like Kirk Cousins is our man's. Panthers signed Clowney, which is I don't know. Poor Panthers fans, dude.
Oh my God, man.
You know, and hopefully they
Poor
have a better
Clowney.
get back year.
I mean, you go Clowney. You go from the Ravens to the Panthers. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he wanted the money. You know, 2 years, 20 mil.
come on, man. Really? Like, is 20 mil so much better than fucking like?
It's better
12?
it's better than one, better than five,
Definitely
better than six.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd take a $10 million deal to get a Super Bowl any day of the year.
Or you can get another 10 and not work, not play as long.
Yeah, and you're gonna go out there and lose every game of the year. Because again, the Panthers haven't done that much this year.
I mean,
Like,
no, they've signed some offensive guys. Two big guys here, offensive guards. 5-year, 100 mil. Another guy, 4 years, 53 mil.
Yes, I think they're.
So, you know, it looks
they're
like
in
they've made
rebuild
some
mode.
adjustments. Josh Nijman, 2 years, 8 mil, $15 million guaranteed. I mean, I think it's definitely a
That's the thing. They're still in the
improvement.
rebuild mode.
Yeah. I mean, so are the Saints too. I mean, like
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
why
teams
I
still
don't get why.
rebuild build.
That's why I don't get why the Honey Badger would resign. Like these guys are getting old.
Because they know that if they stay with the Saints, they have a family there, they have a life set up there. Sure, I'll take $13 million for 2 years.
So why did? But the thing is, like, Tyron didn't change from going from Arizona to the Saints. Like, unless he literally just wanted to change where he lived.
I don't know.
He just went from a bad team to another bad team and then signed on another bad team. I love Tyron.
Yeah, so
Matthew.
do I.
He is literally my favorite safety
do I.
in the league.
I'm surprised he's still playing.
Him.
I'm surprised he's still playing.
That's the
They've
thing.
been playing forever,
He's the
I feel
Honey
like.
Badger. He don't care. That's why he has that nickname.
I don't know. So you're right. I guess you are
I guess
right.
he doesn't care. I guess he doesn't care. You know.
I guess-
who am I to say anything about Tyron?
I don't know, he is a beast.
He's the fan.
He is
I
a
love
fucking
him.
beast.
Love him.
It should be listen, I mean, if the Saints just full-time Taysom Hill,
That's the thing. We said it all.
we wouldn't have
last
this
year.
we wouldn't have this
I'm telling you,
conversation.
Saints, I'm still available. If you need me, offensive coordinator, anytime you need
If you're
it.
looking for
I got all the plays.
fucking hell. But yeah, so I mean, I think that remains to be seen on how the Saints do this year. But you're right, still in rebuild mode. Bucks, on the other hand, I do not think are on rebuild mode. I think they're shooting for the stars again this year. Re-sign Evans, gave Mayfield the
Great.
extension he
What
deserved.
they need, yeah.
Finally, Mayfield played his ass off for that contract.
And he got, well, yeah.
Chase Edmonds, they re-signed. So, I mean, I definitely think that they re-signed some of their key guys that they wanted to keep. So, listen, I just hope Mayfield has a great year like he did the years prior. And, you know, the Cardinals, too, are another team where I'm just, like, very torn on what the deal is. You know, you got Desmond Ritter you traded for. You still have Kyler Murray. You signed Justin Jones 3 years, 30 mil. There's not much else you did there. You know, like, I think I just find it fucking funny that the Cardinals, like, fall from grace has been, like, such a hard fall off.
Yeah, it's been,
Like, the team they had.
it's been tragic. It's been slow and tragic.
Like the team they had has just was so good to where it is now. You had DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. They had a.
You know, you had
squad.
Marquise Brown when he was in his prime.
Fitz.
You had Fitz.
Fitz, baby.
You had Ertz there. Ertz was there
Ertz,
too.
yeah, that's when Ertz was on his. And who was the quarterback? I don't know why I want to say.
Kyler Murray.
Well, yeah, but
He was a quarterback for. I'd say probably most. Who's Sam? No. Sam?
I don't know why I want to say Alex Smith, but I know an Alex Smith.
I like that. I think it might be Alex Smith. We're gonna say it's Alex Smith.
Fact check us.
Yeah, fact check
Takes
us.
too long for us to do it.
The Rams signed Garoppolo. I mean, if he could stay healthy, I mean, poor Garoppolo, he's done. He's clipped.
Yeah. Poor Tom Brady. That's his baby.
Yeah, right?
You know?
Seriously.
You know? I think that who was before Brady? Who
Drew Lock?
Drew
Lock or something?
Forget it. Forget it. Go past it.
Who was before Brady? Fuck.
Because I know the name.
Sure, it's Drew something.
It's not Locke. It's definitely not
No,
Locke.
it's not-
I feel like the last name started with a Drexler.
Look it up. Look it up. I'll run through these. Demarcus Robinson, 1 year, $5 million. Rams, you know, pretty standard from what it seems like. Niners signed Dobbs. Seems like they've kind of made some more little tweaks to their defense, maybe to their offensive line as well. I think the Niners are due for, you know, they're right there. They're right at that Super Bowl contending spot.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Howell was acquired from the Commanders and the Seahawks. Weird because, you know, Geno just had a
Great year. Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe.
I was going to say, Drew Bledsoe is the real GOAT. Because Tom Brady was under Drew Bledsoe.
That's true.
So Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady owes everything to Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe didn't suck and, like, get hurt. And
That's the thing. Tom Brady owes his life to Drew Bledsoe. If he didn't get hurt,
it's true.
no one would ever have known about Tom Brady. He would have just kept playing. Brady wouldn't have played. You know?
Brady wouldn't, yeah, I guess you're kind of right.
Bledsoe kept playing, if he didn't get hurt, there would have been no reason to put Brady in.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right.
Tom Brady owes everything in his life to Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. Wonder if they're still, wonder if they're even friends.
I would, if I was Drew Bledsoe, I would despise Tom Brady with everything in my body.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're behind Tom Brady your entire life because you got hurt.
Yeah, you were like, oh, I was a quarterback on the Patriots. Like, oh, really? Were you Tom Brady? No? Oh, I don't care.
I was Drew Bledsoe. Oh, I was Mac Jones.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Who?
But yeah, I mean, the Seahawks, I don't really see too many. They re-signed Leonard Williams, a big defensive end guy. But I mean, that's all the.
That's it.
That's all. We ran through all of them. That's for damn sure. We finally got to, you know, like I said, we had that episode for last week. Or not last week. It was definitely a little while ago. We've been a little busy. But I think this will definitely start being a little more regular. I know I have Kerry coming on, hopefully this week or next.
Talk about baseball. I know nothing about baseball. Sorry,
do a little baseball. Yeah.
Baseball is a lot.
We'll get you there.
If you
We'll
don't
get
like,
you there.
you guys have been in base, like you grew up on baseball.
Yeah.
So you have like if I had to get into baseball now,
I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah,
if I could teach my girlfriend, I'm sure I could teach you.
Yeah, but what would her, you know, like
exactly?
I need back knowledge. Like I need just because I know stuff now, you know. I could stay up with the game. I can stay up with the game now.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
okay.
I want to talk
the
shit like you guys talk the shit.
Yeah.
Like, this and that, back and here, over there. That pitcher was here back and then 2 years ago, 55 games in on October 25th. He threw 75 pitches.
Yeah, all right. You got it. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's definitely a lot more to follow. I mean, we definitely got to do a basketball pod too. We've definitely been, missed that for a while. I mean, it's been like it's the start of the season. We're almost done now. We're getting into almost playoffs soon. So
the only time that matters, really.
Yeah, that's also.
It's like basketball. It only matters in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
you can be down by 50 points.
Yeah. I guess you're right. So I feel like we can do. We'll probably have that next week or the following week. We can try to figure it out. But then now we are. This is basically it. I want to say for football until August.
Yeah,
training camp.
After
the draft, we'll probably do a little spot, and but for the most part, we'll probably do transition to basketball up until June. So really think about it, basketball goes till the end of June, and then you got a month or so, and then it goes right to football. So, yep. So, definitely going to be a great football season from what we've seen so far. I have very high expectations.
But hold on, did you hear about this whole this hip drop tackle thing?
Oh, yes. Did we? I think we might have had a conversation.
I don't remember. I feel like we might have had a conversation, but it wasn't on here.
My thing with the hip tackle is it's
kind of the only way to tackle somebody.
yes,
Like in an open field.
yes,
One-on-one.
But it's also the cause of I'd say a decent amount of injuries on these players that they're tackling.
I would say
They're falling on their ankles, or falling on their Achilles, or their shins, or their quad. Like it's think about it. No, you don't really think about it like that. Like you look at it as, oh, it's someone just tackling someone from the hip, but like you're tackling somebody who is most of the time half the size of the person they're tackling. They're usually
who needs to use all of their body weight to tackle the person who has more momentum and is stronger and weighs more than them.
Yes, and I wait one more time.
So if a defender like Tyrann Mathieu,
Okay.
who is not the biggest person out there, who is a free safety, strong safety, whatever he's playing that day, comes up against Derrick Henry, right? Derrick Henry most likely is going to try to truck him. What is Tyrann Mathieu going to do? He's not going to try and lower his shoulder and try to run him over and hit stick him.
Yeah,
he's going to try to wrap him up and go to the ground with him.
So maybe there should be some exceptions for certain positions.
Because
I'm saying from the aspect of, imagine having a 355 pounder falling on your Achilles or your fucking ankle at full speed. No, there's definitely been injuries from it. It's not like it's not a. That's why they're doing it, is to try to prevent the injuries.
Also, again, like Chris Jones, he's on the line. I don't get how
a lot of these times these defensive guys, these DN guys, are bigger than the guys.
That's the thing.
The linemen, the guys that are protecting the quarterback.
So the only way that they're able to tackle somebody is by tackling them chest to chest, upright, get them and put them down. Yes, they're a lot bigger than them. They're able to do that.
They should be able to do that.
But they're already they're already down fighting the lineman in front of them. A hole, the lineman is pushing them out. The hole is created. The running back tries to go through the hole. He has to get his arm out. He has to shed the tackle, get his arm around him. Sometimes that's all you can do is get your arm around him and grab on him and go to the ground. You can't always chest to chest wrap him up and lightly put him to the ground.
No, you're right, and that's where I'm giving the other side of where, I see why they would ban it, or they would get rid of it. But you're right. It's a totally different way of tackling. It changes the entire game.
It makes it so hard for a defender because you have to think, where is this guy? I can't drop my hip I can't just go to the ground and make him drag me. I need to get the proper. I need to pull him in and try to do it. Makes it so much more difficult for a defender. And it doesn't even make the game fun because I don't want to see. I don't want to see a running back shed off a tackle like it's nothing. Like that's not fun. I want to see I want to see a running back
shed a tackle,
blow up a tackler who's trying to do the right tackle, not someone who's like trying to fumble around a good tackle.
Yeah, no, see, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm giving the other side of how I would feel about it. Like if I'm on the offensive end, I'm feeling this is protecting me. But if I'm on the defensive end, I'm thinking to myself, fuck that. I don't want that shit.
And
I want to be able to.
The defenders have already been. It's so hard. The defender can't touch the quarterback the right way. The defender can't do this and that. I understand head to head. That's a horrible thing. That causes horrible injuries.
Yes.
A hip drop tackle, someone hurts their ankle, wah. Grow up, you're out of game. Ugh.
No, I mean, I do agree. I do. I mean, I
it happens. It's been.
I think it's silly, and I think it makes the tackling. It makes
not as fun. It doesn't make
not as fun and not as.
It either makes you have.
It makes it a lot harder to tackle. You have to
Because you either have to blow him up, you either have to lower your shoulder upright, look up, hit him below, get the perfect bing. Okay, I got him under his shoulder while my shoulder is up while I'm looking up. Or you have to do a full up. I have to be in front of him, chest to chest, boom, get him down. Like, you have to wrap up and bring him to the ground, especially if it's a cornerback or a free safety who is not as big as a freaking Derrick Henry or Saquon coming to fuck your life up. Like, they're coming to run you over. They're not coming to mess around. Right. They're coming to run you over and mess your day up. They don't care if, You're
right. I mean, I just feel like they're just trying to make it so, like we had so many injuries last year. I just feel like they're trying to make it.
I feel like the more rules they put in, the more injuries happen. The more rules that have been put in.
I mean, you can even argue about that about baseball too. And they're saying like the quick pitch clock is actually hurting the pitchers because they don't have enough time in between their throws.
102 whatever miles an hour
every 20 seconds.
Your arm is flexing muscle. Like 102 miles an hour is redonkulous.
It's fucking crazy. You're throwing that and back and back and back and that again and that again and that again. Definitely gets a lot for sure. But
that's the thing. Like, look back in the day, like in the 90s and 80s. Like, what was going on back then? I don't know. I wasn't back then. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of alcohol in the dugout. Alcohol, cocaine.
Bring it back, baby.
Alcohol,
Bring
cocaine.
it back.
The old shebang. That's how they stayed healthy back then.
We're here for.
They didn't have ice baths. They had cocaine and booze in the dugout. And that's how they stayed healthy.
They get numb another way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you do it.
You take one off the fucking dome piece, you don't really feel it.
You don't even feel it. You keep going. You want to just go and fight the guy.
Exactly.
More entertainment.
That's also true. Exactly. Good point. Yeah, exactly.
I hate when people say that, like, oh, the NFL is a business. They're the worst business in the world. You know what they are? Extremely entertaining. So maybe you guys should be more entertaining.
Yeah.
We
want to ban the celebrations in the end zone.
No, you guys should make the celebration
crazier. Make them jump into the fucking stands, do backflips off the second side bleach. It should be fucking crazy. Take your shirt off, like you used to look at it.
Soccer.
Yeah.
There they go wild.
Think about with like Ocho Cinco. Remember when Ocho Cinco would celebrate or
they'd flag him.
Was it Moss?
Well, when he went into the center of
was that Moss?
No, I think that was Ocho.
That was Ocho, right?
He went into the center of the count.
Yeah, and he stood there and did that was fucking entertaining. Like, we don't get that shit. I mean, granted, crazy disrespectful, but we don't get that shit anymore.
What you gotta do? See that should be flagged and that, but that's entertaining because he's a savage for doing that.
Yeah. Exactly, but we don't get that shit anymore. Like last year, we got the Tyreek Hill backflip into the backflip in the end zone, and he got fined, and he got fired. The guy got fired.
He can't do the peace sign anymore because he'll fine him if he does the peace sign. And fines
all bullshit.
Fines are stupid. I hate fines. I would much rather you flag him and give him yards. Have it be a 15-yard penalty than a fine. Are you kidding me? You're trying to just make money off of this guy that you're paying him.
That's true.
Fuck out of here with that.
That's
shit.
true.
I don't like that at all.
That's true. I never really thought about it like that because, like, you think of a fine. He wore, or what's a big one? The cleats. When they used to wear cleats that were like different, colored, they get fined $20,000 or $30,000, and it's like, do you guys just like hate like the fans? Like, aren't you supposed to like cater to the fans? Like, this is like who's paying your bills. Like, this is who watches your shit every week.
Yeah,
shit like that. It gets so much more engagement on Instagram, fucking Twitter. Like,
it makes people
want to tune in. Like, as stupid as it sounds, it makes people want to watch football more and more. Look at these idiots dancing in the end zone after they scored a touchdown. Oh, he's got some fucking cool cleats on.
What's the big thing right now? The baseball players that dance.
Oh, the Savannah Bananas.
Yes, the Savannah Bananas. Yeah. That's huge.
Yeah, they make money. They make money just from dancing
and
a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
So in all respect, all the respect to Savannah Bananas.
Exactly.
I'm sure our girlfriends would love to go see a game.
Yeah, I'm sure our girlfriends would.
But that's a whole other fucking argument. I just think that shit is just so corny, and I'm like one of the young old heads that's like, that's ruining the game of baseball.
But it's not like
just stupid. It's just stupid. Like, they dance and they play music and they shake their ass and the umpires dance and they call a strike and
Yeah.
it's like a musical.
That's what it is. You're not going there to be like, oh, I'm here for an intense game of baseball. All right, here's my rap sheet. Here's everything. I'm writing everything down. Oh my God, why are they doing
I'm
dancing?
doing the scorebook. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. That's not what people go to. It's like
I gotta get home. What the fuck?
That'd be like if you're like the Harlem Globetrotters are destroying the game of basketball. No, it's a fucking other thing of entertainment. You jackass.
I guess.
We're talking about entertainment.
Yeah, but it's baseball.
Well, yeah,
It's
baseball's
baseball.
America's pastime.
America's pastime. That's right.
Yeah, you sit down in front of a boring ass TV and your boring ass couch watching this boring ass game with your boring ass potato chips.
Why do you associate potato chips with baseball?
Because you sit there.
Yeah, you go to game, you're a little fucking
Yeah,
dirty
if you
dog out
going to a game
outside
is
the
a
Yankee
completely
Stadium.
different story.
Even still, we've had this game
those.
on. We've had this game on the entire podcast, and I've been glancing over it. And it's pretty damn fucking entertaining.
Well, that is the thing. That I'm very jealous of baseball players. I wish I could be a baseball fan. Because
Like, think about it. They get paid the most amount of money out of any
And they
sport
have the
besides
least-
soccer. I think soccer gets paid a decent amount of money salary wise. If you're good,
But
you're
that's the
good. If
thing.
you're great, if you're great, you
like
get paid.
Messi,
Like
I think
you're
Messi
fucking
and
great.
Ronaldo get. I don't know. I think golf. Like I think.
Yeah, that's not.
I think
too.
Tiger is. Because
Even
of all
Tiger
of his
isn't even
endorsements.
Tiger isn't even good anymore. And he's still
Sorry.
Tiger's not even good anymore. He still gets paid, and I'm sure he's still making money off endorsements and shit. Endorsements. Oh, I had a fucking burp there. But yeah, I mean, I think that sports entertainment is very interesting to see when you compare salaries and how much people make, and you compare the WNBA, you compare baseball, you compare the NBA, you compare.
Oh well, that's a whole nother story. What was that?
You saw that?
What was that?
He didn't grant them time. He's got to grant them time.
Oh.
So he was like time, but the umpire's got to time.
And the umpire didn't do
The
that?
umpire didn't give him time, so the umpire just stayed in there. So if he would have threw a strike there, I'm sure they probably would have counted that
As a strike.
as a strike.
But they didn't count that as a ball? I hope he fucking wails this shit on the Yankees.
Nope. Why not?
Out.
But yeah, and I went to opening day, and holy shit. Well, me and Carrie will definitely get into that discussion. It's like the Yankees just decided that we couldn't swing our bats today, and we're just going to do it the rest of the week because they've scored more than 6 runs the last 2 games. So, but I think that's going to do it. I know we'll definitely get a basketball podcast in there for you guys. We'll have Carrie coming at you sometime this week or next. And is there anything you got for me, brother?
I think that's it.
All right. All right, guys. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.
Yes, sir.
Peace, guys.